Good morning and welcome to Vibrant Morning here in BTV. Now, Vibrant Morning brings you, as always, as we do it every day, we brings you newspaper review of what is in the People Daily newspaper, and we also normally have a short discussion. And I'm your host, Gagia Isaiah. This morning, we are grateful. It is Friday. Remember, weekend just begin. Now, before you do anything, please do me a favor this Friday. Visit our YouTube page, BTV Kenya, and subscribe. Remember to leave a comment so that we know where we are reaching you from. And also you can visit our Facebook page, Blackman TV, and also subscribe, leave a comment, like, let us know where we are reaching you from. And don't forget to visit our TikTok and Instagram, BTV Kenya. Now, this morning, I'm also privileged once again to be with my co-host Lennox Odede. Good morning, Lennox. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
How was your Thursday yesterday?
Thursday was good. I appreciate and I thank God.
Today I'm very vibrant, like vibrant.
What have done there?
Today it is vibrant itself.
I can see you look good.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Lennox. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
You look good this Friday.
Thank you.
Let me give you the opportunity to tell us what happened in Migori County, what is happening, what's about to kick off in Migori County, Migori Town, and anything that is popping up new.
In Migori County, did I speak about the IDPs yesterday?
No, you did not.
Okay. In Migori County, we have the IDPs, the internally displaced persons who are affected by the 2007 post-election violence. They are yet to be compensated by the government, and they are crying because some of their counterparts have already been compensated, but with them, they are still struggling. And most of them, if you talk to them, they can vividly remember the happenings that took place during that period. Some lost their jobs, some lost their family members. They have never met them till now. So they are calling upon the government to at least act so that at least they can get their compensation. And surprisingly, during the 2007 post-election violence, Raila together with Ruto were friends, and they were together. And now we can see once again they are friends. So 17 years down the line, we really want to see an action being taken, because 17 years down the line, it means that a child who was born during that period is in Form 4. Of which kama ni mbaya sana ako Form 3, something which is very disturbing. So we really want to see these people being compensated, because it can't take long, because some of them have even died, and some of them are still living in that fear and all that. So we really need the government to at least act first. Number two, the 57 members of the sect or cult members are now of the church, a controversial church in Rongo, will be detained for 30 more days. Those who did not want to go to the hospitals to seek medical attention, now they will be detained for 30 more days. Chief Magistrate in Rongo, Susan Motiva, said that they will be detained so that at least the police can go on with their investigations. And this move was really criticized by their lawyer, led by Bernard Ochola. If I'm not wrong, Bernard Ochola, he said that it was so wrong to detain them because the reason were baseless. And again, the church has been there, has existed for so long that and the church has got all the required documents and registration documents. And remember, County Commissioner Migori Kisilu Mutua said that the church was registered as a company, not as a social amenity. It was registered as a company, which they are continuing, or they are going on with the investigations. Yes.
Okay. Just as we continue, let me grab on what is in the People Daily newspaper
Yeah.
briefly, then we get back to what is happening in Migori County. Now, looking onto the cover page of the People Daily newspaper, the big story of the day. Now we see how SHA has left teachers near graves, and this comes, the story is all about employer reveals that health authority rejected offer to insure over 400,000 teachers on grounds that they did not have adequate structures, putting their lives at risk. That story is on page 4. And also looking at the same cover page, we also see state finally eats humble pie and makes mathematics compulsory in senior school.
Yeah.
And also we see there what happens after the death of Pope Francis. Yesterday we had a bit of a talk with one of our own, Coco is not around.
Yeah.
And we looked at much. Now, massive shot in the arm of Kenyan creative acts. That's also there. And also another story is where Murkomen cabinet adopt Mutava report to extremism. And also we have there's a lot happening. Now, looking at what we have on the cover page, and also we also have a story here on page 5, which I believe is also very important. We need to look at Kenyans to wait until May 9th for new IEBC as interview concludes.
May 9th, that is next month.
Yes.
For
us to have the new commissioner.
Okay. But I'm made to understand 9 names will be submitted to the president, then he's the one who will choose.
We yet to know, but that's how it has always been done.
Bora waifanye as soon as possible. We need to see IEBC in place, and we need to see areas with no representation to at least have representatives, be it ward representatives, be it MPs. We need those areas. We need to see those areas being represented. Right now we have Ruku, we have Wandai, those who are taken out of their legislative jobs to serve in the government.
Some also died.
Yeah. So we really need to see those people being represented, because it means that right now those people, be it developmental issues, they are not getting.
Yeah, those areas the residents have not gained much in terms of developments as compared to those whom their leaders are actively and alive. Now, my big concern, we're looking at this interview, the IEBC interview, it has been met with a lot of challenges, as you find out that some people say those who are going to be nominated, the list that is going to be sent to the president, already been marked. Especially Kalonzo is crying, Martha Karua is crying.
No, you know, most of the time when there's something that the government is doing, then those who are in opposition must always find something to cry about, or rather something to blame the government on. So, but the only thing we hope to see is fairness and we hope to see someone who is capable of ensuring that a free and fair elections is conducted in the country. That's the only thing we need to see in this country. We need to see, we don't want to see more bloodshed. We don't want to see people fighting over an election result. We don't want to see people dying over election chaos. We don't want to see people crying and people blaming the electoral body that maybe it did not conduct a free and fair election, that maybe this and this, or that maybe the way election was done is that. We don't want to see such nasty history repeating itself, because we don't want to go back to 2007, we don't want to go back to 2013, we don't want to go back to 2017, we don't want to go back to 2022. We really need to forget such incidences.
Now,
So we
my-
need someone who is capable.
Now, my question is, you see, when like now the president, there's a list that is going to be thrown to the president to go through and actually appoint. Now, obviously, even
Yeah.
if it was you, given the opportunity that you are the president, and there's a list of people you have been given to choose who are going to serve as IEBC, do you think you'll choose people who are not going to favor you?
That unajua hiyo sasa, it is what we call iko ya giubindi. Yeah, but the truth of the matter is, I'll do justice to Kenyans. Yeah, Kenya is bigger than an individual. So I'll have to do justice. And in fact, I wish, how I wish Kenyans could elect someone who can at least ensure that there is a free, credible and fair elections. In fact, I wish it was possible, so that when these people who want to be IEBC commissioners or chairs, then you come there, then Kenyans looks at your track record, because Kenyans are able to vote online and all that, because nowadays we are in digital era. But
now you are making it a bit challenging. For example,
yeah.
if you say that, let me say that the now then who are being interviewed, they have been interviewed.
Yeah.
Now it is placed on social media. Now Kenyans choose who you want to be.
Among these nine, now
online.
vote.
You see,
So you know, Kenyans are very good in scrutinizing integrity issues. They are very good in, especially the netizens. They're very good in scrutinizing integrity issues. And now you have to be given at least a week. So as an IB and as a contestant,
yes.
Yeah. You at least you are given time to speak for yourself and tell Kenyans, give me this, I'll give you a free and fair and credible election. So it means that once you are given the job, then you will be doing that job considering that Kenyans gave me this job.
But
when you are doing the job, when you want to favor someone who put you there, you know, it is a bit challenging, because you will have to please your master.
Now I want you to look at this scenario.
Yeah.
We have a scenario whereby now it is there in the public domain. We have to vote on social media platform to choose. Maybe there's a platform that has been set, and you say now choose C. We have candidate A, B, C, D. They are all qualified. Now Kenyans vote online. If you ask me, I'll say this. Actually, the government will still carry the day. Number one, because the government has the machineries.
Yeah.
And we know Kenyans are very funny people. People will hack into that system. Somebody can vote 1,000 times, because you know what happens. I'm not like somebody can vote 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And as somebody votes 1,000 times, somebody can be there pulling down the votes.
Yeah.
You vote
and you know, some people have got more than 2 accounts.
More than 2 accounts. Leave alone more than 2 accounts. We have specialists when it comes to IT. Some will just pull down all your votes without knowing, because you know, a social media is you can access it. We have people who are so much.
No, they just create a website whereby we can vote. They just create a website.
That's who's going to create the website? The big question.
The government. That thing is still impossible.
Imagine the government has created the website and telling common wananchi vote, and you see, it is not indicating that this is so and so has voted, ID number has voted.
Yeah.
It still may not work, but we really hope that with all the interviews going on, we hope that President is going to be transparent enough. The President is going just to tell Kenyans, here we are. This is the person I'm giving you as IBC, I believe, and he has been vetted by the National Assembly, and in my opinion, he fits the job. Although this still again is going to cause a lot of challenges. Every time any a nomination comes to a point whereby it's taken to the parliament, we always have challenges with that. And I hope you have always seen that.
Yeah.
When Martha Koome was nominated for the position, there was outcry. When Maraga was nominated for the position, there was an outcry. You remember? So it has always been like that. That is what has always been there. So it is my prayer. It is my prayer that things are going to change for better. We are not only going to look at it from one angle. Now, away from that, we see SHA. Teachers are claiming that now they were left out. SHA left teachers near graves. There are some teachers, around 400,000 teachers, whom, according to what we have here, it is like the employer reveals health authority rejected offer to insure 400,000 teachers on grounds that it did not have adequate structure and putting their lives at risk. We know SHA has been faced with a lot of challenges. There's been a lot that is going on in SHA and all that.
Yeah.
And we hope things are going to change. Raila and Wetangula signs condolence book at Vatican Embassy. And there's a photo of Raila been circulating around. I don't know whether you had seen the photo. And the next Pope.
The Kenyans want him to be the next Pope.
Kenyans are very fun. One day you want Raila to be the next Pope. One day you want Raila to vie for AU seat. One day you don't want Raila. If you are Raila, I think you'll really face a lot of challenges with Kenyans. Now, moving with speed. Before we move, you were saying something about Migori before we stopped. What is about to kick on? What's going on?
I think I'm yet to confirm it, so I'll confirm it.
So you don't have anything to say now.
Yeah.
I want you to jump to page 10. Jump to page 10. You see the quotes and thoughts of the day.
Ndio kidogo nilitoka huko.
Okay. There is this one famous lawyer.
Yeah.
Known as Nyakundi. I hope you know him. And he must be your friend.
Is he really my friend? No, he might be my in-law.
You are
not my friend.
And he might be your in-law.
Yeah.
Okay. Whether he's your in-law, we still appreciate.
Yeah.
Let him come on board. He's saying something when it comes to quote of the day and thoughts of the day. Can you check on that?
Yeah, I'm almost there.
Get there.
Danstan Omari.
Yes.
Danstan Omari, after a meeting between the family and the homicide unit of the DCI, we agreed to have the autopsy postponed from today and be done tomorrow. Munuve was a public figure and he was owned by many people. He was he's the state lawyer, he's the family lawyer to the family of Munuve. Yes. Is it Kariobangi MCA?
Yes.
Yeah, who passed away. Is it passed on or passed away?
Passed away.
Yes. And then we can see Harsita Waters, Alliance Franchise Culture Director. Digital creators will receive up to 2 million per project, while stage performers will eligible for up to 1 million from a French government sponsored program. That might be a good program. Grab your copy and read more about it. Then we have Kisii Woman Rep Doris Donya Aburi. The county emergency fund is available and should be released to help the survivors of a collapsed building in interior Kisii County. They are supposed to plead to the county for the funds, and he promised to hire a lawyer for the victims so that at least they can get their compensation. Now, tune of the day. We can see 3 people. One is a Mzungu and is carrying a briefcase full of dollars.
Yes.
Another one is, let me say, a government official, and surprisingly, he's putting on attire that is resembling a party, a political party in Kenya, and I want to mention the political party. And then hapo nyuma we have Wanjiku, Kenyan, and this Kenyan is being sold, and the Kenyan, the woman, her organs are being sold. Head is sold at 15,000 shillings, brain at 25,000 shillings, skin at 5,000 shillings, eyes at 7,000 shillings, kidney at 77,000 shillings, heart at 90,000 shillings, breast at 10, milk.
Now, looking at that tune of the day.
Milk, it is soon coming to your screen. Milk is 1,000 shillings. Then we have legs is 1,000 shillings. So the politician, or rather the government,
is the middleman.
Who is the middleman, is telling the mzungu, or rather the investor, bei ya jioni, what's your last offer for everything? And if you look at the Kenyan health is deteriorated. She is not healthy, and there's nothing good about that Kenyan. Yeah, because hata yeye anashangaa what's not happening. But so that
and
is it.
Look at the middleman carefully.
The middleman is loaded. Tumbo hiko sawa. Tumbo in fact shati imeshinda long. Koti hawezi akafunga koti vizuri. And
He's big enough.
He's big enough.
They actually
Hadi mzungu anashangaa.
They are depicting actually
what happened in Medihill.
Yes,
Yes.
that is the story about the selling of the organs from these farms. Now, I want you to move with speed to page 13. Page 13.
These people they disappointed me yesterday. They are disappointing me today.
No, they should not disappoint you.
No, they not thought of the day. Am I going to page 13?
I'll get back to the thought of the day.
I have not seen it.
Okay. Looking at page 13.
Yeah.
Page 13, we have a story that has been for a long time.
Yeah.
That's Obado denies ending.
Traced.
Over.
Yeah, and the
This
confessed
case
in
has
court.
been there for a long time.
Yeah.
The former Migori County governor has been facing a lot of criticism. People have said all manner of sort of things about him.
You know,
But he's coming out. He came out and he accepted that.
yes, he had an affair with the lady,
Mhm.
and the pregnancy was his, and he was ready to take care of everything. But that shit happened. So we just hope that justice will prevail at the end of it. Yeah, we just hope that justice will prevail at the end of it.
Now, if you look at this, apart from justice, this is a leader who people emulate, who people rejected. Is it in any way depicting the real leaders that we have?
You know, I think I can answer that question after the court ruling. Yeah, because you are guilty. Someone is guilty until proven. You are innocent until proven guilty. So I can say a negative thing, yet at the end of it, the court will release him. Will find no.
No, I'm saying the fact that he had accepted that he had an affair with this lady, and also he's a married man.
you know, with that, these were two people, grown-ups. These were two people, grown-ups, who talked, and it happened that way. So I cannot say it is bad. I cannot say it is good. But what I know is that these are two people, two grown-up, who talked and agreed. You see, the Sharon was not a minor. Yeah, Sharon was not a minor. And this was a private life of Zachary Okoth Obado. It was a private life. even you, I know you have your private life. Away from this screen, you have your private life. Away from this screen, I have my private life. So, being that these were two people, grown-ups, who talked and agreed, I see nothing wrong. But if in any case, the governor, the former governor, was to be charged with defilement, maybe a minor, then I would have said it was so wrong. But Sharon was not a minor. She was a university student, meaning she was around 20 to 20, she was above 20 years because she was a third year student, meaning that she was above 20 years. So she was a grown-up. So I see nothing wrong because that was Obado's private life and it was his choice, and hakuna sheria ambayo aliharibu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Down there, you read the story.
Yeah.
Church adherents to remain in police custody.
Yeah, for 30 more days.
For 30 more days.
Yes.
People have been coming out saying church is losing it. A lot of cultism is entering the public through church. This is another shakahola. You are there on the ground.
Karl Marx.
That religion is there. Don't remind me of a cock.
Okay, let me tell you the definition of a Dublin. Someone called a Dublin. His definition on religion. Dublin says that religion is what some people use to satisfy their self-belief. And what makes them feel happy, and where they have what is called the sense of belonging. But I'll take you back to Karl Marx because I have always loved his definition of religion. That religion is the sigh of relief for the oppressed. The what? Something for the something, and then it is an opium of the mind. You know, when you look at the setup, or rather these people, you'll find out that most of them had already given out their properties, and they decided to live in church, waiting for the Lord. And if you will ask them their name, they will tell you, my name is Hallelujah. You see, my name is Hallelujah. And the fact that none of them believed in seeking medication from hospital, it is something to worry about, because you know, once you are sick, even in our traditional setup, let's say Africa traditional religion setup, we had medicine men and healers. That is true.
That's very true.
Because we had people who knew much more about medicine. Walikuwa wanaweza enda kwenye kichaka wachukue hii ni dawa ya nini, hii ni dawa ya nini, and that's why until up to now you can see people like Nyamrerwa, and people still go to them, and right now we can even see the health sector is employing them to assist in maybe child delivery in hospitals, and they are being taken through trainings, because we had medicine men and healers, and we believed in a supreme being, and being that we believed in a supreme being, we believed that the supreme being lived on top of the mountains, on top of big trees, and we could pray, you know, and we could see things happen. So when you want to say that you believe that even if you're sick and you don't seek a medical attention, then you know you are wrong. Because you know you have to seek a medical attention. Kama kuku ndiye anatibiwa, who are you not to be treated? Even in the Bible we had people who treated people. We had doctors And people who are sick, at least they went to seek medical attention. So when someone tells you that when you're sick, don't go to hospital, just pray. You know, the same Bible says that, I don't know the verse, but what I know is that the same Bible says that Mungu anasaidia yule ambaye anajisaidia. Ukitoka nje uende kufanya kazi, at the end of it you will get something. But what if you just sit and you begin to pray, God, I need money. God, I need money. God, I need money. Where will it come from? Yet the same Bible says that yule ambaye hajafanya kazi hafai kukula, hafai kupewa chakula. So sometimes it is upon the government, or rather the security agencies, to do thorough investigations, because surprisingly the church has been there, it has existed. But why now, when now a GSU police officer died mysteriously and was buried mysteriously, is when now we wake up, the security agency wakes up, the human rights activists now wakes up. Now they want to ensure that they defend, or rather they do thorough investigation about it. So sometimes our security agencies, they sleep a lot in class. So let them wake up and ensure that all these churches that are teaching extremism to be closed down. Because right now, these people, they are being psychologically tortured. Because, you know, there are people who did not believe that one day they will be arrested. There are people who did not believe that one day the community will attack them, bring down the perimeter wall of the church premises, throw stones at them, and all that. Sorry for that. So there are people who are right now living in psychological torture. And the government really need to speed up the investigations and see a way of ensuring that they get justice.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I know you read the story. You have a lot more, and we also put it on our page. You can also visit us down there and get more of that story. Just go to BTV Kenya. That's on the YouTube page. You'll find the story there, well elaborated, from one over on Lennox Odede. Now, on matters of sports, I'm only going to touch on one. Faith Kipyegon will try to become first woman to break a 4-minute mile. Kenyans have been out to break records. Now,
we wish her the best.
Yeah, I believe in Faith Kipyegon, and we believe that she's going to do it. She's going to do it. Now, my dear viewers, thank you so much for keeping tuned to BTV. Now, that is what brings us to a close of what we had for you for today. Remember, we will give you more as things happen. Now, before we just summarize, let me welcome Lennox to say the last word, a word of goodbye, a word of Friday. Welcome to Friday. A word is last word. Please don't say those words you normally say. Please, today.
Yes, today being a Friday, do what you love best. Yeah, do what you love best, but do it responsibly.
And do what you love best and do it responsibly.
Yeah, do it responsibly and do it with limit. Yeah.
Now, I want you to wind up the show. Today, I'm not winding the show.
Oh, thank you, dear viewers, for being with us. It has been us, the us you know, and I believe we look good without makeups. This is the real us. So have a good weekend and enjoy your weekend, and ensure that you either go to church tomorrow or on Sunday. Ensure that this weekend you at least visit a church. The Bible says that a minute spent in the house of the Lord is worth more than 1,000 days spent where?
Outside.
Outside. But the Bible is very funny. How is have a good day. How is 1 minute is so important than 1,000 days? Just a minute. So just go and spend a minute in church.
And one day, the Lord is like 1,000 years.
It's like 1,000 years. You know.
And 1,000 years is like one
this
day.
one needs spiritual fathers like Alan Udoma to elaborate on this. You know.
I will make sure we call him.
He is your friend. Call him one day. We really need to have a Bible discussion. we we
are
ask
going to discuss
questions.
the church,
Yeah.
the church, and what's because this just happened.
Yeah,
in
by
our
the way,
country.
let's organize to have him on Monday.
Yes.
Yeah, because when we were in the Easter holidays,
Yeah.
he really taught me something I never knew. He said that, let me just remind our viewers as we wind up, that what do we see as the Good Friday was the worst Friday for Jesus. Was the worst Friday for Jesus. Yet Jesus just lowered himself just to save us, just for salvation. He showed us love, but while bleeding, that was the worst Friday for Jesus. Yet we call it Good Friday. That man should come here.
Yeah, we'll bring him on Monday.
Yeah, bring him on Monday.
Yeah, we are sending a call now. Tell him, Bishop.
Bishop, you're welcome on Monday. We really need to have this discussion, this sweet discussion from you. We really need to have more of your teachings. Yes, we really need to have more of your teachings, and we really need more sinners like me